Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth is here. Papa Boris with some more Hearthstone Arena. Crack your knuckles and grab your popcorn, because it's time to see if I can get above 2 wins with this deck. I swear this deck is good. Oh, I just cannot believe it's been such a rough outing for this one in the beginning. Man, this is going to be one of those games where I end up making it to 7 after a bad start. Or is it just going to be a loss? I mean, the thing is, the really scary thing about a situation like this is you could always get unlucky. Like, I could face the worst opponent in the world and just get a bad draw, or he gets his answers, or whatever. You always have a shot of losing. Like, there's never a guarantee at 2 and 2, no matter how good your deck is. Alright, we're up against Heroes 220. Am I going to go on the limb and say that I think my deck is better than the average Druid deck? I am. Oh, but this opening hand does not inspire any confidence. I'm not going to keep a 4-drop, even though it's a good one. Because that's just, I mean, that's just greedy, really. Hey! Hey! Okay! Whew, what a great opening hand. We got this, folks. Got this in the bag. Now, the Ooze is just a vanilla 3-2. But on the one end, you know, that's kind of annoying. On the other, though, it's kind of nice just to be able to play it on turn 2 without having to worry. Like, the Druid's a non-weapon class, so it's like, I'm not going to get any value out of it. But still, it's just nice to be able to play it and not be concerned. All right, there's one of my 2 or 3 Starfires. Turn 3 is the only awkward turn, but hey, got 3 out of 4, ain't bad. First 4 turns, got things to do. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Pass the turn, please. Won't you please pass the turn? God damn it, people. Oh, that's awesome. This is great. So this is just a 2-mana cycle that he spent his coin on. I've said many times I don't think it's correct to coin out a Novice Engineer. So you lost your coin for a card, but you had a handful of cards anyway. Unless he's really desperate because he had like a terrible mulligan, then that play makes no sense. In fact, he can't be that desperate because I think he kept 3 of his 4 cards. So he must have been somewhat happy with his hand. Alright, we got the Geomancer here. No problem, it dies. Now had I used Shapeshift to kill the Novice Engineer, the Zombie Chow would have been at 3 health, then it could have killed the Geomancer, and then I could have actually played this on turn 3 and had a 3-2 and a 2-1. But I don't know. What are the odds that on turn 2 he was going to play something that didn't trade with the Chow? Yeah, I think playing around that would have been kind of stupid. This is actually really annoying, because it does kill my Ooze. However, got a pretty good answer to it. The Combatant is nice here. So he does get to kill the Ooze, but he needs a kill for the Combatant as well, or else I will Shapeshift and kill the Flame. Of course, he does have a lot of answers. Swipe will kill it. Wrath Shapeshift will kill it. I guess that's it. Claw and Living Roots don't kill it. Mark of the Wild on this would kill it. I could really get screwed if he has the right card here. Man, I got 1 or 2 of these in my deck because I had to, and it's actually really solid for him here when it's responding to a 3-2. It's like the only time it's actually good. Please be a Farseer. No, 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 no! Oh no! That's so bad! Oh god. Oh, that's terrible. And he's hoping it'll kill my Ooze. Oh, it didn't. Thank God. Alright. That could have been a whole lot worse. Whew. What are you doing? Oh my god. Did he really just do that? He just did that. Okay, that's not a good move. Because we get to Shapeshift and kill this thing. And then we get to kill the Lance Bearer. And I will play this. It's sort of, I don't know, it's okay. It lets me get up to Ancient of War next turn, which is better than Sunwalker. So yeah, let's do that. Mad Bomber didn't really work out here. I don't know why he didn't just kill my Combatant. My 3-2 Ooze would have killed, let's say, the Bomber, and then he still would have had a 1-2 out, as opposed to having nothing out after these trades are done. There's the Farseer. Pretty tame for a turn 5 maneuver, though, so I'm not that concerned about it. And he just Shapeshift, so he just had a Farseer on turn 3. Alright, we're looking good. Druids have almost no answers to Ancient of War at all, other than, like, Black Knight, which, you know, is very unlikely. This is just a disaster for him. He could, like, 2 for 1 if he's lucky, but really, it's just going to be tough. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape. Next turn I can play Sunwalker Shapeshift or Starfire Shapeshift. I guess Druids have that epic Mulch. And of course, Naturalize. Naturalize would be a pretty good tempo gain here. He might win the game if he Naturalizes. Oh, there is one good answer. A silence is good because it removes half of the health of the creature. Silence is probably the Druid's best answer. This is actually pretty nice. So we get to Starfire that 5/5. Go up a card. And we'll play the Cub for the +1 attack to trade with his 3-drop. We're looking solid. I can play Sunwalker, Claw, Shapeshift next turn. Or I could play Recycle if he plays anything big. I guess Recycle. I forgot about that. Recycle is the Druid's probably best answer to Ancient of War. Though it is a little awkward that the thing can then be redrawn. Alright, do I recycle this thing? I don't think that actually makes any sense. I think I should just kill it with Shapeshift. Drop this guy down to a 5/5 so I can play Sunwalker. If I recycle it, I'm not doing much else with my turn. See, I can keep her down to 4 and swipe it. Nah, I'll trade the health of the creature. That seems fine. Alright, this is looking good. I think I might make it to 3 and keep the streak up. Heros, 220. Okay, 5 cards to 6. I'm about to draw my 7th. I'm ahead on the board. He's got the play. The only thing he has, though, is the initiative. He has no other advantages. Well, health, I guess, a little bit. But the health at this point is pretty irrelevant. Alright, this guy. We can pop shields here. It's not a problem. Or I could actually shapeshift it. Yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense. I could actually shapeshift it and then pop shield. Nope, he popped the shield himself. Well, at least that makes my turn easy. Ooh, interesting. So I was going to say I could shapeshift this off, trade this guy into it because it's about to get shapeshifted to death. However, I could actually play Power of the Wild and save this thing from shapeshift. I think that actually makes sense. Let's silence that. Claw and Shapeshift to kill the 3/3. And play this. Power of the Wild is generally good as long as you have at least 3 minions. And now it's really, really difficult for him to kill my stuff. We got the swipe for burn. We got the recycle to remove just about anything. Deathwing is not online for another turn. Although if he plays Innervate Deathwing, he could actually... Well, no. If he plays Innervate Deathwing, would he win the game? Well, I'd recycle Deathwing. He could redraw Deathwing. But as long as he didn't, I'd be okay. Of course, you don't really ever feel great recycling Deathwing, because there's always a chance it'll come back and screw you again. Is this a North Sea crab? Oh my god, it's Major Domo Executus. Wow, that's hilarious. Alright, let's think about this. So I could kill it with Shapeshift and my Ancient, and then this drops to 8 health, and then I have 8 damage. So yes, that seems totally fine. Let's just get the kill here. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that card played against me in Arena. Correct me if I am wrong. But, yeah, that was pretty cool. Well played. Oh, thank the merciful heavens. We made it to 3 wins. So this deck was not the deck that I went out on. And hey, with 2 more wins, I could even get this total dominance. But honestly, I don't really care. It's the only quest in my logbook. So it'll get done. I don't have anything to worry about as far as quests go, but my pride is still on the line. Although, getting this deck to 3, when I've only had 2 runs worse than 5 in all my time in the Grand Tournament, having played each class at least once and several of the classes twice, that'd be a shame. Can I say it was bad luck? I mean, I probably didn't draft correctly, that's for sure. And I maybe haven't played, but I just feel like I can't really say it was bad luck necessarily. Must have done something wrong. We're up against Buckeye Nut. Oh, Buckeye Nut. I'm from Ohio originally, and the Buckeye is the state nut of Ohio, which is I always thought was great. Like, yes, the state nut is something that is hard, useless, and doesn't do anything. So if you've ever seen a Buckeye, they're just these like hard round balls. You can't eat them. It's just complete waste of nature. So, I guess that's fitting for Ohio. Oh, sick burns. Okay. Well, we have the Dream play against the North Star Cleric, which is a 3/2. Obviously, Holy Smite, Shadow Word Pain, Power Word Shield, kind of, can all protect the Cleric. He doesn't have, or does he have something like a target dummy, or no? With this thing? No, he doesn't. Okay. So let's think about this. I could trade them, but let's get greedy here. I mean... This seems fine, and this seems fine. to protect my 3-1 from the 2-3. Of course, now he can play a Piloted Shredder. If he does, then he does. I am not going to play around that and take bad trades. Alright, he does not have a Piloted Shredder, which is great. Question is, how do I deal with this situation? I think the Brute seems fine. Now, do I throw these things with the Dark Cultist? Well, that makes no sense, because then this thing would have its health buffed, so we'll do this. And hit him in the face. So I went up a card killing that Cleric, but he's about to go up a card killing this Tron. And I may not want to kill his Cultist. However, I can always just silence the Cultist. Or better yet, I can actually silence the thing that he has buffed by the Cultist. Okay, we're going to be doing definitely a silence now. So I think I picked this pretty aggressively, and boy am I glad I did. This would have been an awkward situation to deal with if I didn't have a silence. Now, of course, my Brute here might miss. And he does. Which is really unfortunate, so instead of going up a card, I let him trade. It's still better than him having a Velen's Chosen Dark Cultist, so I think it's still overall a good thing. Obviously, on a brighter day, I could have silenced my own Brute, but there, with him having the Velen's Chosen guy, made no sense. Turn 5 is a Spider Tank. Well, he got lucky once that I missed. Is he going to get lucky a second time? The answer is... Gah! Yes, he is. Oh, it's so annoying. Let's do a bit of an unusual play. Let's do this. It's not what I wanted to do, so I don't regret missing a damage with the Brute, because I really wanted to kill this tank. So 1 in 4 odds that my Ogre would miss both times. There is a risk to this. You can now Shadow Word Pain the Brute, but honestly, it hasn't been doing that well for me. Shrinkmeister's pretty solid here. Lets him kill off my guy without taking damage. He Thought Steals after making that play, which I guess, you know, usually I'd say draw cards first, but here, you know, that was a pretty strong play there with the Thought Steal after it. Or, sorry, with the Shrinkmeister, so he's probably going to do that regardless. Okay, can I please kill something? Thank you, Jesus. Now, I can play the Sunwalker, or I could play both of these, and I'm going to play both of these because in the context of this board, Salute Hoarder has a lot of value. It's threatening to kill the Shrinkmeister and go up a card. And the Heckler survives against the Shrinkmeister as well. So I feel like putting these 2 cards down was better than putting down just the one, even though this is very highly resistant to Priest removal. I have to keep in mind he Thought Stole, so he could have a swipe for all I know. That would just suck. Alright, War Golem. That's definitely not something I really wanted to see. So I got a couple different options here. I could just throw these guys at the War Golem. Or I could throw the Ogre Brute at the War Golem, and then the Loot Hoarder, and then kill the Shrinkmeister, and then heal. It's one option. I could also just recycle it and keep the tempo going. You know, why don't I just recycle this? Wait, always draw cards first. Let's see what I get for my Loot Hoarder. Keeper is cute, but I don't see much of a point to it. So the Brute is guaranteed to hit face. I'm hitting him for 10 damage, which is a lot of damage. He's got 5-card hand. War Golem a little bit slow here. Going down to 3. Even if you read Druid, he can't really play it. If he plays any sort of big taunt, like a Sunwalker, I can silence it. That's looking good. The main thing I have to be concerned about is this guy whiffing. Crusher, which you got from Thought Steal. Alright, this is actually really solid, so I can go for the face with the Brute. If it misses and hits the Crusher, then so be it. I'll just shapeshift its death. Nope. Alright. See, I can go take him down to 3, down to 2. Don't think that's really all that valuable. Do I play this thing? No, I'm going to go for the Sunwalker rather than the Ancient, because the Sunwalker doesn't die to Shadow Words. This dies Shadow Word Death. And we're just going to try to kill this guy off. I've got the Killing Blow with Silence on my Brute and hit face for 4 damage, unless he heals himself. If he heals himself, then I have to take my chances with the Brute and hope for 2 damage to the face. He draws a card for almost half his mana, which is excellent news. I was about to say excellent. If he plays a Defender of Argus in the middle of that, I can silence off one of his taunts. But since he attacked first, I'm guessing he doesn't have Defender of Argus. Alright, he didn't have enough mana left over for the heal, so we win. Let me just do a little bit of bad-mannered brooding. There's a, what, like a 1/2 times a third. There's like a 1 in 6 chance that I hit his face here. Oh my god. Oh, the ultimate bad manners. Because I had the silence for the taunt and Sunwalker had 4 damage for the kill. So there's no need for me to do that. Just for funsies. Okay, cool. 4 wins. Wow, I'm feeling great now. So we're in the positive. We are above average. Yeah, so I had a Priest run that went to 3, a Warlock run that went to 4. Those are like Well, the Warlock's always been my worst class. Priest has not been my worst class, but it seems to really suck in the Grand Tournament. And then everything beyond that was higher than 4. So I've played 12 games. Only 2 of the 12 were less than 5. So this has been the best start I've ever had for an expansion. So glad we can keep most of it up. Obviously, if I lose here, I will break the high standards for not missing 5 wins. So up against Clear the Shaman. 2 Crushers here are not that great to see. Shamans are very good at killing this thing. Oh, Zombie Chow is really, really good to see because this has the same stats as the Aspirant, so it pretty much would bait out any removal he'd kill the Aspirant with. Main problem is I got nothing to do with my 4 mana. If this survives turn 2, there's nothing to play here. I'd be playing with 4 mana, a Wild Growth Shapeshift. It's lame as hell. Oh, that's annoying. So I can't kill it right now. That's quite unfortunate. Do you play the Wild Growth to go up to 4 mana next turn and not be able to play the Tiger? That really doesn't make sense. Let's just play the Aspirant and hit him in the face. So, a bunch of ways you could kill this. He did use the coin for this thing, and it doesn't quite deal with my board. I mean, if I have to Wild Growth Shapeshift, it might be okay. If he throws this in at something, I can kill it, or if he reveals it, I can Shapeshift to kill it. And the joke's on him, because I don't have anything better to do with my mana. The nice thing about Wild Growth is it guarantees I can play the Tiger on the following turn, even if the Aspirant dies. Makes a totem. He's already used his coin, so there's going to be no coin-forked lightning going on here. He kept that hidden, though. Dang. Oh, I got a card that I can play. Well, that's a given. I think I'm going to actually buff my minions. This takes them out of the range of lightning bolts and rock biters. It's a little bit underwhelming just to buff 2 creatures with it, but then again, it is, you know, a total of 4 power distributed, which is worth it for 2 mana. Well, granted, most 2 mana minions have a combined of 5 power and toughness, so it's a little bit on the weak side. But still, 3/4s at this stage of the game are good because he's used up his coin, so he can't play any 4-drops. Alright, that's good to see. Is he going to kill this Aspirant? Is he going to kill it? He is not. Oh, that's perfect. So even better than the Tiger is a Sunwalker. I'm going to damage the Chow rather than the Aspirant, because of course the Aspirant's Death Rattle is more painful to witness than the Chow's, which you have to figure is going to happen sometime. This is going to happen sometime as well, but might as well keep it going as long as I can. Like next turn I can play the Tiger and Shapeshift if this thing's alive. Makes another totem. God, he's having a real slow start here. Ooh, we got a spell damage, so Lightning Bolt or Lightning Storm could be good. Nope, he's just going to do that. Well, this taunt is stealth, so it doesn't actually do him any good. Let's think about this. Can I hit him? Let's see. This is 7. Down to 15. On the one hand, it's tempting to get a 9/9. On the other hand, I do want to kill this. You know what? Whatever. Let's get a 9/9. If he had a Hex, wouldn't he have played it on the Sunwalker? This is just really backbreaking here. I've got a 9/9, so he needs to Hex it. That's 3/5 of his mana, 60%. If he plays an Earth Elemental or something crazy, I can recycle it. Sunwalker's preventing this from ever having Taunt. He's got a Frost Shock. Aha! Very clever. So that freezes it, and he still has mana to spend. This, though, would have been good on turn 2. It's not so good right here. Gets a 1/1. 6, 10 damage, 11 damage. Can't quite kill him. Okay. Here, I think we're going to just keep it real simple. Yeah, let's just Wrath. Don't care about the card. Let's just kill that Zappo. Kill that. Play the Tiger. And should I kill the 1/1? Nah, let's just hit him in his face. So this guy unfreezes. I'm threatening lethal with my Crusher. I had 2 mana acceleration, 1 from Wild Growth, 1 for the Aspirant. This really is just turn 6. He's had a very slow game, though, playing lots of totems, holding on to a ton of cards. Does he have a Lightning Storm here? He actually has a Lightning Storm beefed up by spell damage. I wonder why this isn't showing us 3 to 4. Shouldn't it show that? Alright, this does heal him for 5. But I got lucky this thing survived, so it's an extra 3 damage. Oh, no, wait, I didn't kill the 1/1, so it does die. Oh, that's too bad. So I've got, I got 14 damage on the nose with my creatures. So, well played. That's bad-mannered. I was bad-mannered. I shouldn't have done that. I couldn't resist. But anyway, we win. Just so we're clear. Oh! Alright, up to 5 wins. Well, all of a sudden, this is a good run. And those wins were pretty simple. I mean, I really beat the opponents down. Just goes to show you can wreak a lot of magic if you get your playable cards early and your opponents don't play anything interesting. Yay! Oh, it's going to feel good to put at least a 5 on the stats sheet for this run because I had such high hopes. Title of the last video, epic callback. Alright, let's see what we got here for our next worthy opponent. It is a mage, no paladins. Young Loud. Interesting. Alright, do I keep 3-drop? I mean, I think I have to. So normally I wouldn't keep the Sorcerer, but it's a 3/5. And I've got a turn 2 and a turn 3. So it seems like a reasonable thing to keep. I could even go for a turn 5 Crusher. Not that I'm counting on that necessarily. And if I do get a playable 2-drop, I will coin that out or the Panther and play them back to back. Does she have a Mana Worm? Survey says she does. Wow, that was a long hesitation for playing a Mana Worm. Do you coin the Power of the Wild here? No, I'm not going to do it. I think maybe I'll just coin 3-drops. I'll skip the Panther and use the coin to play back-to-back 3s. Alright, she had nothing on turn 2, which is really nice. This thing rather awkwardly doesn't kill the Mana Worm, unfortunately. So maybe I should just play the Panther, save the coin? No. I think this has got to be the right play. So there's a 50-50 chance I'll miss the Worm, but this also can tackle good 3-drops like Spider Tanks. I think it's worth getting this thing out here. Now, of course, she has a Frostbolt. Oh, Frostbolt wouldn't be good. A Flame Cannon, though. So she got to kill a really good creature with Flame Cannon. If I'd played the Panther, she probably would have used Flame Cannon as well. So that was the risk I took. Obviously, I was weak to Flame Cannon there. Alright, this is a little bit greedy, not going for 5/2, but it makes it less likely that it'll get killed by, say, like an Arcane Missile or Frostbolt. Unfortunately, I can't kill this this Mana Worm with my 2/5. So, perhaps I really should have just played this Panther. Or maybe it wasn't a mistake, but it just didn't work out for me here. Alright, I will whack that Worm. Generally, I don't like hitting things if you're not going to kill them, but here, it's setting this up to die to Shapeshift. I used up my coin, so no coin Crusher for me. Oh god, please give me a good spell. I haven't gotten a good one in ages. It's not bad. Alright, so I can actually Shapeshift Hero Strike for 5 damage. Ice Lance is a little weak. So she got a much worse creature than I did here, I'd say. I wish I had that. Oh man, Swipe would be really good here. Spellbreaker would be good. I have none of them. Alright, well, let's Shapeshift and kill off the Worm. It's tempting to kill the Shredder, but the truth of the matter is that that Shredder was going to pop something out, and I really just needed to keep her board down. I'm down to 19 health, which is a little bit scary. Shoot. That Ice Lance actually ended up being pretty good, stopping me from killing off the Shredder. Oh, no! Now she gets to kill off my Sorcerer, thanks to this Wolf. And she gets to kill off the Panther. I really need a Swipe here. That would give me a board clear. Okay, it wouldn't give me a board clear anymore. Wow, I just got steamrolled here, just through nothing but tempo. Savage Combatant would actually let me kill this, but then I'm going to take 9 damage. This game is just over. There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to die. So that sucked. Perhaps I should have played the Panther. Then I would have had the Brute to deal with her board, which would have done a better job than the Panther, or than the Flame Beast. So it's possible that not that I would have won had I played correctly, but at least had I played differently, there was a chance that I could have stayed in the game beyond like turn 5 or whatever that was. 50 dust and 55 gold. Well, the bank takes a little bit of a hit on that one. But let's go ahead and see what we get for our pack and take a sneak peek at the next arena. If you are done here, then thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. Our pack unfortunately does not give any epics or legendaries, which is all I care about from any of the sets. Is there a new rare at least? I don't know if I have Siege Engine. Oh, those rares are both new. Fantastic. By the way, just in case you didn't know, you can now type new into the search bar. So there's my first mech Bearcat and my second Siege Engine. Hooray. And the sneak peek at the next arena, we've got a Paladin, Shaman, or Priest. Oh my god. Well, I've played Shaman twice, so it's Paladin or Priest. You know, I really hated playing Priest, so maybe my first impression of the class was wrong, but I really hated Priest in the Grand Tournament. I'm going to put Priest on a delay and play him less than the other classes. So, if I'm wrong, then there'll still be time for me to change my impression, but for next time, we're just going to take the overpowered Paladin. Take care, everybody. I'll see you again soon.